Honestly, you guys, I'm starting to feel like this transfer window is starting to take a toll out on my body. Now, like, as you can see, I've got a big spot at my big age. I don't know what's happening. All these rumors, all these stories. Yeah, there's so much valid claims behind most of them. But the reality is, when it comes to securing a deal, securing the bag, it's not happening. In today's video, you guys, there's one player that's been doing the rounds this early afternoon today. His name is Dries Mertens. I spoke about him briefly at the end of yesterday's News Daily video, and it seems like at this point in time, there's more surrounding the player and there's still. But before I get into that, you guys, today's video is brought to you by the One Football app. Download that right now to get the latest news, stats, updates, and everything you need surrounding this club. It's the perfect companion app to have. It's quick, it's easy. Give it a go. I'm telling you guys, you'll love it. You'll find it below in the description. And of course, if you like today's video, help me get over 1,500 likes for today's video. But you guys, on that point, before I even start with the Dries Mertens news, I need to speak about Lamptey, because at this point in time, it's looking like Tariq is going to be playing in Ligue 1 for Lille. Not even Nice, not Paris Saint-Germain, but Lille. And it seems like they have agreed a pre-contract agreement with the player, but at this point in time, they're actually hoping to maybe sign the player so he can actually join the team right now and contribute to the team. Now for Tariq, this would be perfect because in that sense, you know, he gets get acclimatized to the league. He has time to get used to his teammates and the tactics. And these final few months until this season ends could be the perfect gelling period for him to really acclimatise to a new league and a new club. Now, for me, this is the best move for Tariq. With Reece James being long-term competition, with Tariq being 19 and not really having any experience at the highest level, well, it's a risk to really stay with this club in hopes of getting first team minutes. It really is. Now that you have concrete interest from clubs that want to sign you, it's the perfect time to leave. You can't be seen as a failure wanting to leave. It's about building that experience, learning the game. These things are very valuable. And to sign for a team in Lille that have a habit of selling players for big money is the best move, really. And I really think if you're a top young talent, signing for clubs like this always helps to propel you to the very top. With Tariq playing in Ligue 1, playing in that system, I could see him having a lot of fun. And honestly, you guys, it really is a testament to the top quality fullbacks that this club and this academy produces. Now, Tariq isn't the only one to not make it here. Guys like Jada Silva, guys like Castillo as well. Guys like Ole Einar, there's been so many top great ones. It's no surprise to me why most of Europe keep coming for our fullbacks all the time, because we know how to specialize and create them. Honestly, it's not really going to be a surprise for one of these guys to return back to the club in the not too distant future. I've got hopes out for Jada Silva. I feel like this player has a lot of unfinished business at the club. Top player, and hopefully he just gets his career going and starts getting that consistent football. But you guys, of course, good luck to Tariq. I think he's making the right move. Wouldn't be surprised to see him back at this club again, but getting first team football in a quality league, especially for a team like Lille, well, it's an opportunity that you can't turn down. So good luck to him. And on that point, you guys, I'm going to focus on the final part for today's video and the main part. And that's in regards to all the latest that's been happening today in regards to Dries Mertens and our interest in the player. Now, I gave my thoughts on Dries in last night's video because at that point in time, there wasn't too much in the story. But today though, there's been an overwhelming amount of news and information surrounding us talking to Napoli in regards to trying to sign Dries Mertens today, and I'm going to break down what's been happening and what the actual deal is. So we start with things, you guys, and earlier today we approached Napoli to ask them if we could sign Dries Mertens. Now, reports suggest that we've offered between 5 to 7 million euros to sign the player on a permanent now, because his contract does expire in the next 6 months. So if you're Napoli, especially De Laurentiis, you know, you love your money, you could be considering letting Dries Mertens leave now, cashing on him, because the player is going to be free for nothing in the summer. With reports that Inter Milan are one of the favourites to sign him on a free, well, this could be the best time for Napoli to sell the player and make some money off him. If Dries is bought, I can imagine that this would allow Giroud to leave. And this story was actually broken by Damasio and then retweeted by Romano. Now, these guys have quite a big name in Italy when it comes to journalism. You know, they do have some clout behind their names. So when they do things, you have to kind of believe it. And I believe that both us and Napoli are actually speaking in regards to Mertens. But the question is, does this mean that we're guaranteed to sign the player? I'm not too sure, you guys. And if something does happen, it's going to be something miraculous. and I'm going to explain to you why. Now, it's quite obvious that the club are in desperation mode. This window does end in the next few days, and we need to sign someone to help boost our chances of getting a top 4 finish. In those regards, Mertens does make sense. 6 months left, his contract's 120k per week, which is the same as Williams, meaning that he's a much cheaper alternative to Edinson Cavani. He would cost a ton more, and of course, Madrid are the favourites right now to sign the player. Now, the funny thing is, they still haven't agreed any fee with Paris Saint-Germain, so that window for Cavani is slightly open, you guys, but at this point in time, it's very small, it's very minute, it's barely letting in any breeze, and way too much luck just comes down to that signing. Way too much luck. We have to hope that Atletico Madrid just fumble the bag and just can't afford to buy him. But anyway, I'm going to move back to Dries Mertens, and a fresh report had come out not even long ago after I recorded this. And this report came out suggesting that Mertens actually wants to stay at Napoli because he does have dreams of becoming their top goal scorer. And of course, that's a powerful thing for the player. He's been at Napoli for many seasons now. He does feel like a Neapolitan. The club and the fans really respect him as well. And when you consider the point he made about becoming Napoli's top goal scorer, well, he's only about 4 goals away from that. You know, if you're a player that's been at Napoli for years and years and years, Napoli being the club to give you that break and opportunity to showcase your talents at the highest level, you're 4 goals away from being their leading goal scorer of all time, beating Diego Maradona. I'm selling this to you guys because we need to understand and respect the realities. You're Mertens, you're 30 something. You know that you can move in the summer. This is a massive opportunity to get the goals you need. Why would you leave Napoli right now when you're so close to achieving a personal goal to sign for us and become a rotation option? Because that is the reality. Are we signing Dries Mertens because he's an instant first team player? I don't think so. He's going to be part of the squad. He's going to be an option for Frank Lampard, which I think Lampard would use quite a lot. But the reality is, can we offer Mertens something that's so incredible, so unbelievable that it's powerful enough for him to just cut his emotional ties with the club and forget about fulfilling his dreams? All I'm saying is crazy things have happened. You know, Premier League money, it does do things to agents in particular, and then they do things to their players. So let's see what happens. Who knows, you guys? Another reality too is that Dries Mertens is actually currently injured at this point in time. He has missed the past 6 games. He did go to Belgium to meet a specialist to help with his abductor injury, but however, when he came back, he still reported that he was still feeling some niggling pains in that area. So the reality is, if we're signing Mertens, is he fully ready right now to be instant first team material? I'm not too sure, you guys. I'm still not too sure. I know this is a very downbeat video, but you guys know I'm not here to be gassing or selling any stories. You know, let the press do that, bruv. I'm not a journalist. I'm just a guy here to give my thoughts and opinions on the latest stories that break surrounding my club. It's as simple as that. Now, just so I can wrap up my thoughts and opinions on this story, I did release a poll on Twitter for people to vote, and I asked them, is Dries Mertens the guy to sign in this window? Now, I'm sure as this poll goes on throughout the day, it's going to get more votes, but you know, I need to make this video, you guys. At this point in time, about roughly 3,000 people have voted. 50% think that he's the best possible option available right now. I agree with that. 21% think that there's other targets available, but I'm quite confused by that, my friends, because the window ends in the next few days. Is there really any time to sign anyone else? Really? And what targets have possibly come out from nowhere that could be instantly signed in the next few days? I'm not seeing it, my friends. And I think maybe this explains the reality of this window where there hasn't been any big deals happening at all. Now that should be a clear and obvious sign as to why that's the case. But as I said earlier, you guys, the club should have accepted and understood this reality right from the start. Realistically, the only players who could possibly sign were going to be your Mertens, your Cavani's, etc, etc. Deals for those players should have been done right at the start. We should have made moves for these guys instantly because realistically, come on, you know we were going to get price up for Zaha. We were going to get price up for this player. This player don't want to leave now. Oh, come on, it was absolutely ridiculous. So again, you know, we have to accept and understand this is the market currently at this point in time. There aren't too many crazy options available. I personally think that if we could do something for Dries, I don't know how the hell we do it. It would be absolutely crazy. Definitely a complete mazza. Real talk. But, you know, if he did sign, I think he would work. We need his left foot. We need someone down that right-hand side. His clinical finishing. He'd be here for a very, very short time as well. And he's quite affordable. My thing is, why didn't we put pressure on Mertens right from the start of this month? But, you know, he's been injured. So, again, you can see why Mertens wasn't a high priority until right now. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to wrap things up and keep things moving. I'm going to ask you, would you like to see Mertens come? Do you think we have an opportunity and a possibility to sign the player in the first place? And you guys, if you think there are alternatives out there in Europe, please, in the comment section below, let us all know who you think would be the right guy to come here and do his thing. But you guys, on that point, I think I'm going to wrap things up now, keep things moving. Yeah, hopefully something does happen, but if you're asking me, you guys, the only signing people should care about is going to be Ruben Loftus-Cheek once he returns back from injury. It was the same thing at the end of last season when he really transformed Sarri's team and made us start playing Sarri ball. It's going to be the same thing that happens again this season. So you guys, keep your heads up. Don't let this transfer talk really just put you down. It's not that deep. And you guys will see me again later for another video.